What's going on, my good people? So I posted a video on Instagram the other day about me doing a cayenne eye flush using cayenne pepper and flushing out my eyes like an eye rinse. And it generated so much fuss, so much insight, wonderful comments, wonderful suggestions, but many of you wanted to know how I was doing it. What were the dosages? What was the tutorial? And I'm going to do a separate video explaining and updating you about my eye journey and some of the things that I'm going on, some things that I'm doing to improve my vision. I want to get back to 20/20 vision naturally. I want to get rid of my glasses. I don't want to wear them anymore, and I want to see again. And I miss being able. I don't even know how it feels to be able to see again without having some crutches. But in this video, because you guys have requested it, I want to show you how to do the cayenne eye flush. A little bit of history, preface, as to why I'm even doing it in the first place. Some of you might find this interesting. So using cayenne to flush the eyes, I found this out through the master herbalist, Dr. Christopher. If you read some of his work and some of his old books, it even comes in books of herbalists that were trained by him, like Dr. Moms. And he used cayenne to bring in circulation around the eye, and he also mixed that with other herbs like eyebright, barberry or bayberry, and that flushes out the eyes. It gets rid of congestion, which can be real contributors to vision issues, any other kind of eye issues, glaucoma, reoccurring eye twitching, reoccurring eye itching, and infections and things like that. In general, in this modern world, we have so much congestion in and around the face. The lymphatic system is whacked. The actual facial structures are just so totally different than our primal ancestral selves that there is just so much compression going on now, and that is infecting people's vision. And when you're on any kind of healing journey, you do want to be touching on all different aspects, like just doing eye washes and just doing a naturopathic approach to clear the vision might not be the only thing that you need. So I just want to preface that. So he was using a mixture of herbs. It was called his herbal eye formula. And that was clearing out waste, congestion from the eyes, and it was improving people's vision. Then you research somebody like Dr. Richard Schultz, and he took Dr. Christopher's work and he just powerhoused it, basically. He intensified all of the kind of herbs, and he made them really intense. So cayenne pepper is, again, a wonderful circulating herb. It brings in blood flow, nerve flow, energy to that area. And you obviously don't want to use too much as to not irritate the eye. But what happens when you read into the work is that you realize that there isn't really a specific amount that's going to do that. And in fact, cayenne is very safe to put inside the eye. You will get temporary burning. That's normal. Of course, it's cayenne pepper. But eventually, you get used to it, and it brings in wonderful benefits. So Dr. Richard Schultz took his formulas and his teachings and made them even more. And what I mean by that is he made even stronger and more hotter cayenne pepper. Whereas Dr. Christopher was using kind of like a 40,000 heat unit cayenne pepper, Richard Schultz was using maybe 250,000 heat units. He was 10xing sometimes the intensity of the cayenne. So much hotter cayenne, and he even said, if you read some of his work, he even says that he sees people doing cayenne eye flushes and seeing almost drastic vision changes within 1 or 2 flushes. Powerful stuff. So this is what inspired me to do it. I've been sitting on this for ages, but I just didn't have the balls to actually do it. And then one day I thought, why not? I can no longer live like this. Like, I can no longer live always having to wear glasses, and I need to push myself into doing something. So I started to do it. Now to the juicy part of the video, which you've probably been waiting for. How do you do it? So I'm going to tell you how to start doing it, because there are different things you can do, but I'm going to tell you what I did and how I started to do it. So first, you're going to need an eye glass, like an eye cupping, an eye wash glass. You can get them from Amazon. You can get them from pretty much anywhere. It's just a little glass with an eye cup. And I am using Dr. Christopher's Herbal Eye formula. That's got a mixture of herbs like eyebright, cayenne, bayberry, and it's a wonderful formula to start with. It's not pure cayenne and it's not pure cayenne powder. We're not doing that. You also don't want to put powder in your eye. So the tincture I found to be the best way. And this is how you do it. What you're going to do is you're going to sterilize your eyeglass jar, and you need to sterilize this every time you do an eye wash. And you do that by boiling some water and adding the eyeglass into the boiling water for about a minute, and you've sterilized it. Then with some boiling water, you'll pour that boiling water into the eyeglass. And to start, for those that are a little bit more sensitive, I recommend starting with probably 3 drops of the Herbal Eye formula, and you drop it into the boiling water. And the boiling water basically distills off and evaporates the alcohol. So it makes it even safer to put inside of the eye. And once you've done that, you're going to leave it there and you're going to let it set for 15-20 minutes until it's just warm or room temperature, and then it's ready to use. All you really do is you get something to just cover the leakage or any drippage. So hold your face with a little bit of cloth or organic cotton or whatever it is, and then with your other hand, put the eyeglass in, put the eyeglass onto your eye, tilt your head back, and you're going to open your eye and blink. And you're going to blink as much as you possibly can. Ideally, you want to try and blink for about a minute, and you're going to do that for each eye. So I use the same glass to do my right and my left eye. And you'll find that at the beginning, it's going to sting like hell. Like, you'll blink once and your eyes will just naturally close because it's never done something like this, and it's going to burn. And so when I started, I could only blink I started with 3 drops, and I could only blink maybe 3 or 4 times each eye. But after about a week, and this is doing it 3 times a day, after 1 week of doing it 3 times a day, I could do about 40 to 50 blinks each eye. So you get used to it if you're consistent and dedicated. I have probably not seen vision clarity just yet. Like, I've not seen improvements in vision after doing it for like a week and a half, but I have seen just an overall better feeling about my eyes. I feel like after you do the eye flush, there is so much clarity. There is so much kind of energy. You feel the energy in the circulation around your eye. It feels really, really good after. But in general, like, my eyes don't feel lazy. I feel like there's a bit of brightness coming in. I got some gnarly stuff out one time. I did the eye wash, and here's an image. This came out of my eye after probably a week. And yeah, so that was pretty crazy to see something like that come out of my eye. I've never seen anything like that come out of my eye other than, I had conjunctivitis once. So you can expect when you do this, things like that, conjunctivitis, you can expect to see pus coming out of your eyes, and any kind of congestion just coming out. And so that's my journey. I'm not telling you to do this. I don't even think you should do this. I'm not advising you to do this. But if you're out there thinking that cayenne's dangerous and it's nonsense to do that, then you're totally misinformed. You don't know what you're talking about. You can do cayenne eye flushes. There's many people that have done it, and it is a wonderful herb to use to clear out congestion around the eyes and improve vision and eye health. So this is my journey. If you guys want to stay up to date and want to follow along what I'm doing, the kind of practices that I'm doing to support my vision, the kind of insights and knowledge, what I've come to learn about the eyes. I'm all about the eyes, baby. Like, I look at iridology. I'm an iridologist. I have been studying the eyes and how the specific structures, the patterns, the textures, the depth, the fibers, the colors of the iris relate to all the different parts of your body. I study the eyes in a more spiritual sense. What are the eyes as a sense organ? And I've done a lot of research on the eyes. I'm all about the eyes. And now I just need to fix my vision. And so this is not a thing that I'm doing for you. I'm not doing this to show you what's right or wrong. This is just my journey, and I'm figuring it out. I don't have all the answers. I don't know what's going to work, but I'm slowly putting pieces together. And if you're interested in following along because you want to restore your vision, then absolutely. I'll be updating you when I see fit, really, when I feel like there's something valuable and worthy of updating you with. But I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you do try this cayenne flush, before I go, this formula does have cayenne pepper in it. But once I get a little bit more, I'm currently at 5 drops, and I currently do that for about 30 blinks. Once I get comfortable doing a minute each eye, I will add an extra cayenne drop from a cayenne tincture from Dr. Christopher. So I'm going to up the cayenne, just so you're aware. And I'll update you on how that goes. But for now, I'm going to continue doing this and some of the other things that I'm doing. And I'll share with you in the very near future. So thank you for watching, listening, subscribe, comment, do your thing. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.